All right, so welcome to our Lionsgate, our 8/8 activation candle ceremony. We are going to talk about this Lionsgate energy. We're going to acknowledge some of the misinformation that is floating around. I'm going to clarify where this came from and why it's relevant. We're going to talk about the actual alignment and of course, what that means. We're going to get into some of the numerology. If you are watching the recording, we did 1 minute of just nothingness. So if you want to pause this video, you want to just time yourself to just really come into this space and get really present. And then we're going to dive into the workshop. So we've already done that. We're going to start. I'm going to just pull up my notes here. Let me see. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the misinformation. So this whole Lionsgate portal thing did start on August 8th, 8/8, when Sirius, which is the star, the brightest star in our galaxy, when Sirius came into alignment with Orion's belt, which is a series of stars. I believe there's 3 of them. And Sirius came into alignment and we had this really nice conjunction. That's when things come together. So that did happen on this day in the past. And I believe there was also like a full moon happening at the same time. We're in Leo season. So it was this like big Lionsgate portal that we sort of like branded it as, and it just kind of got taken out of context and like people run with it now every year. So what is important to know is that Orion's belt and Sirius, they do come together. However, the relationship between the sky and the earth and the way that we witness where these planets and where these stars are, it changes over time because the earth is not rotating on the exact same axis forever. It slightly changes. Let's even say every year it only changes 1 foot. That over hundreds, thousands of years, that creates a shift, right? So the relationship between the earth and the sky is different now than it was 200 years ago or 5,000 years ago. That's just like facts. So that's also when you look at like Vedic or sidereal astrology or tropical astrology. The reason that some people in Vedic astrology are a completely different sign is because Vedic astrology is looking at, I believe, the reality of like the astronomy, like where the actual stars and placement, where everything actually is in relationship to the earth, like with a true measurement. Like that is one way of looking at astrology. And then there's like a traditional sort of like tropical approach, which is like we have assigned these areas of the sky to represent these things, Virgo season, Leo season, Gemini season. And that relationship, whether it's now or in 1,000 years, is the same relationship. And we're still calculating those predictions and those conversations off of the system that has been established without the tweaks to factor in the actual shifts. So there's 2 different bodies of astrology. So that being said, Orion's belt and Sirius do come together at times. And when they come together, it's not today. It's not always today. It's not today this year. But in that conjunction, a conjunction is when 2 things come together. In that conjunction, there is always a buildup until the alignment happens. So until those 2 bodies come together, there is a buildup towards that. And then there is the moment of them coming together, which is when a new energetic signature is released, when something is birthed, the same as a new moon or a full moon, or Pluto conjunct Saturn or Mars conjunct Mercury. Like when planets conjunct means come together. When planets come together, there are 2 separate energies, and when they hit, they don't actually like touch, but like it looks like they come together. When they come together, there is a new energy that is birthed from them coming together. So like Orion's belt and Sirius do come together over time. It's not happening right now, but we are still working with and living in an experience where, yes, at times that conjunction does happen. So if it's not happening today, which it's not, we are still in either the phase of it building or the release of that pressure, of that birth of the new energy, the release and the integration. So regardless of when it happens, it's still a very real activation that does happen. It's not happening today. If you look in the sky, it's just not happening today. So that's the reality of the sort of planets, the star placements of the Lionsgate experience in 2023. Separate from that, we do have the 8th month and the 8th day being activated, just like ovulation. I love that somebody said that. Who's that? Lindsay. Yes, just like ovulation. We have an opportunity to birth something new. Okay, so aside from the planets, we have the numerology that we can focus on. So the numerology of today is the 8th month and the 8th day, which is beautiful because we have this double 8 activation. So this is more so what I really want to lean into today with this ceremony. It's important because this happens in Leo season. And Leo season, if you watch the Leo season workshop, I think I'm going to ask Christina or Danny to put that on sale. And the Venus retrograde workshop, can you put them both on sale? Because we're pretty much halfway through both of those. The Leo season workshop dives really deep into this, but in a nutshell, Leo season is about confidence, owning our skill set, standing in our power, getting what we deserve, and creating the life that we know we can attain. The things that we desire, the things that we deserve, they are within reach. It just takes a level of knowing, a level of confidence that you can get there and can make it happen. And a whole other level of like self-love in knowing that you really do deserve what you desire. So in the midst of that Leo season energy, we're in August, the 8th month, on the 8th day. So we have this double 8 activation. If you look at what the number 8 represents in numerology, it is leadership. It is, sorry, I have some keywords here I want to look at. Power, strength, leadership, authority, abundance, single-mindedness, in the sense of like, I can do this. I can focus all of my energy into one specific outcome. I can use good judgment and confidence. I can use my skill set to make these things happen. These are traits that are associated with the number 8. So today, double 8, we have this double amplification of these energies, which is beautiful. We should absolutely tap in to these energies, to these frequencies, to start setting intentions around standing in our power, using our strength, using our authority, using our critical judgment and our skill set to actually create Leo season, all of the things that we know we deserve, that we now have the fucking confidence to do it. The other thing that's really important about this energy is that the 8, if you think of the actual number, the 8, it's like an infinity symbol, right? So everything is connected. It represents karma. So when we step into an energy like today, there is the completion of karmic cycles happening. We are wrapping up old karmic cycles, and we are stepping into new karmic cycles. We are moving into a new phase where we understand that all of our choices and our behaviors and our investments have consequences. Some of those are more comfortable and exciting, and some of those are not so comfortable and not so exciting, but they are consequences of our actions. What you speak comes back to you. Where you plant your seeds, things will grow. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So like all of that is karma. Where you're putting your energy, where you're putting your attention, what you want to be building, the conversations you're having, the actions you're taking, all of that has an outcome. That in itself is karma, the outcome of those actions. So the 8 represents that karmic cycle. It also represents as above, so below. So what we can visualize, what we can understand on an ethereal level, on a spiritual level, on a metaphysical level, we have the gift of being human, being able to let ourselves go into this ethereal realm into this metaphysical space and to understand a vision of something bigger, grander, something that we want to experience for ourselves, something we want to pull through and manifest. And that's the above. As below, we have a physical body and we can literally make it fucking happen. Like, you can think of something and then make it happen. Like, that's actually crazy. It goes from one realm into another realm. So that 8 is a reminder of our divine connection to the co-creative energies that we experience here on this planet. This is our opportunity to tap into, and on a day like today, to activate a deeper awareness and a deeper trust that what it is that we want to develop, what it is that we want to bring through this world, what it is that we see in our mind's eye, in our heart space, we can actually physically make it fucking happen. And like, if you can dream it, if you can see it in your mind's eye, you can make it happen. There is a reason that you are given that information. There's a reason that you are given that vision, because it's supposed to manifest itself through you. And I'm looking at the clock, it's 8:18 right now. If you don't accept that idea, if you don't accept that thought, if you don't accept that vision is energy. It will go and find the next closest person, the next person on this planet who will see it and also be like, yeah, I could do that. And that's where our level of confidence comes in. That's where our level of understanding our skill set comes in. That's where our level of self-love, knowing that like, I do see this vision and I fucking deserve that. And I'm going to accept that invitation and I'm going to act on it. It's like, if you look at the inventor of the light bulb, he was not the only person who invented the light bulb at that time. There was multiple people around the world who all in the same like 6 to 18 month span invented this light bulb. Only one of them kind of, became the most famous for it. And I'm sure he was like a fucking American. So they just like blew it up that it was like, he was the best in the whole world or like whatever the fuck it was. But it's just like, that wasn't just one person who came up with that. That idea drops into consciousness and then somebody has the fucking balls to act on it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm going to fucking do this. So it's like, I hate that saying. We need to reword that saying. But like, somebody has the courage and the strength and the tenacity to actually act on it. So like, if and when you feel into that moment of like, whoa, I definitely am receiving something. I'm getting this new information. Then it turns into like, do you believe in your skill set? Do you believe in the vision? Do you trust the path? Do you trust that you are meant to make this happen? Do you believe that you deserve it? You know what I mean? Like, that's where all of our human programs then start to kind of fuck us up. So that's why it's important that we do shadow work, that we're doing, full moon rituals and clearing these things, energy work, like, so we can get out of our own way. Okay, so the reason we're talking about this is because all of this is highly activated today. This is also a number of abundance and wealth, financial success. So if you are looking to embrace more expansion in your finances, more financial security or independence, if you have a plan of action that you want to move forward with in regards to business, a new job, starting your own company, any of those types of things, this energy really activates a lot of strength and confidence and achievement. So we need to lean deeper into that. We're going to do that in the meditation. I'm going to pull a couple cards here too. We're going to do that in the meditation. We're going to do an energy clearing first, and then we're going to do a guided meditation into literally manifesting all this stuff and really feeling it in the body, feeling the emotions of us already having it. That's like, the mind can logically, like the soul and the spirit can kind of receive the download. The mind can like logically decode it and understand what the download is. So it's like, okay, the energy hits, the spirit receives it. And then the mind is like, okay, what am I actually looking at? Oh, I'm looking at this opportunity. Cool. So how do I bring that into my experience? You're not going to always be able to think your way through it. You could probably think your way through every manifestation, but it'll take you 10 times longer and you'll hit a lot more hiccups because you're just kind of like so attached to the outcome and so logically, you're just like drowning in all the logics and the complications of it that our mind, that our ego blocks. When in reality, you're an energetic being who your birthright is abundance and flow. You need to get out of your own fucking way. So if you could just get out of the mind after you understand the vision, then what you want to then do is lean into the emotions of already having it. The emotions in the body, that is emitting a frequency that, like a magnet, is going to attract the experience to you 10 times faster than you trying to think your way through the logical steps of getting there. Because the universe also has a bird's eye view. So they're going to find the path of least resistance to get what you want to you as quickly as possible. But if you are logically thinking that you need to go from A to B to C to D to E to F because this person told you, and I saw in a movie, and at school they taught me this, and all of these things are now blocking just the natural flow of the universe just bringing it to you. It's like we need to get out of the mind and we need to lean into the emotions. The emotions are the magnets that actually attract it. Feeling that, and this is like quantum physics, like feeling and sitting in the space in the quantum field of like, okay, I am healthy, I am rich, I am fucking whatever you want to be. Giving that experience to yourself, sort of like faking it till you make it, like the chain reaction in your body is like measurable. And when that chain reaction happens, your vibration changes, which means your external world will start having to match your new vibration, which is when these things will start coming into your field, into your vortex. So it's like, this again is, we don't need to get into like all of the specifics of like how, why, or whatever, but it's important for you today to recognize that like after we do this energy clearing, we're going to lean into a meditation, and your whole goal in that meditation is to feel on every level. Sorry, I'm like sweating my ass off. Let me turn my thing on here. It's been like a fucking heat wave in Portugal the last 10 days, like literally like 37 degrees. So your job, your goal is to just feel into these things, literally feel the emotions of it. Like emotion, energy in motion. Feel that energy, that emotion pulsing through your body as we're going through this manifestation meditation. And then just allow those things to find you and stop thinking about how you have to find them. You know what I mean? On a separate note, you will be getting, oh, sorry, someone is requesting to record this meeting. I'm going to deny that because we're already recording and this will get sent out to you. So don't worry about that. Everyone will get the recording. Oh my God, this was just stuck to my arm. What if it was easy? I love that. This is what I'm talking about. Get out of your own fucking way. You don't have to think through everything. It's like, what if it was easy? What if it was as easy as you literally spending 15 minutes a day just sitting in meditation, feeling those emotions, and then allowing the universe every day to just drop you little hints of like, go here, talk to this person, feel that. And when you're receiving those downloads into your body and you're having that intuitive drive of being like, I do want to go check this out. I do want to turn left instead of right. I do want to switch things up. That's you listening to your intuition. That is your guides leading you down the path of least resistance towards the thing that you want the most. And that's only going to come if you are constantly holding that vibrational state as frequently as possible. It's impossible to hold it all day. Like, you're not a fucking monk. You have 1,000 other things to do, but like, wake up in the morning, spend 10 minutes feeling that emotion of the financial freedom, of time to relax, of your travels, your healthy relationships, or whatever it is. And before you go to bed, feel into it as well. And it's like, what if it was easy? What if it was as easy as feeling into it twice a day for 10 minutes, instead of you thinking that you have to, in a difficult strategy, figure out the logical way to make this happen? Like, welcome to the world of magic. Things just fall into your lap. You know what I mean? So it's like, what if it was easy? That is the type of thing that we need to lean into. Okay, let's see. We'll do 2 cards here. Okay, 2 fell out. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, bottom of the deck, I have the 2 of coins reversed. So again, this is like, get out of our own way. Like, when we're looking at the 2 of coins upright, it's this idea of like, oh, I'm just so busy. I'm just so busy juggling these 2 things that I just can't stop. I just can't stop doing. And it's like, are you like, do these things need to happen? Do you need to answer every phone call? Do you need to answer every text message? Do you need to respond to every person? Do you need to be available for every person? Do you need to wake up and like get out of bed, jump in the shower, get your coffee, get to work? Or could you break these habits? And could you find, I have Justice here and I have the Lovers. It's like, could you find better balance? Could you re-examine what balance means to you now? Remember, we also have the South Node in Libra now. This is a card of Libra, and we have Venus retrograde right now. So like, okay, the Venus retrograde workshop is a cord cutting. Do that at some point before the retrograde is finished. I think we have another 4 weeks. But like this South Node in Libra energy, the nodes have shifted. They will be there for 18 months. There's not like a huge stressful rush to do it. But if you have the opportunity to watch the nodes workshop, I talk so much about balance and what is and isn't balance, and how we're now with the North Node in Aries being called to break free from our old habits and routines and to actually initiate new cycles. So part of what we need to do now is figure that out. Is like, what does balance mean? And the Lovers is a choice. It's like, do I want to go down this road of what maybe balance used to look like to me? Because this guy's also trying to balance these two fucking coins, and he's got that infinity symbol. This is also the 8, which we talked about, which is interesting because it showed up. But like, he's in balance, he thinks, and this is in balance, but like one looks more peaceful than the other. One looks more cohesive than the other. This guy is like fucking falling all over the place. Like I don't even know, he's not even on flat feet, you know what I mean? And he's just worried. Like he just looks kind of concerned. Like, if I drop one of these, is everything gonna fall apart? And like, that's kind of a collective energy, is just like, holy shit, when is the other shoe gonna drop? And like, girl, you don't need to live in anxiety all day. You don't need to live in that stress all day. And what if it was easier? What if you could just lean into feeling what you want to create and allowing that to come to you, instead of trying to figure out all the fucking things that you convince yourself you need to do when you don't really need to do it? That's just capitalism and social conditioning. But like, there's so many layers to all of this shit. So like, when I look at this, how do we find better balance? How do we choose at the fork in the road the best path forward that will lead us into a healthier balance, that will lead us into like an equal exchange, is what I'm hearing. It's like, we can't continue to invest into the people, places, or things that are not investing into us, right? So again, with that 2 of coins reverse, like, it's got to go. And that is such a South Node in Libra energy, where like, we've seen it before. We've seen these relationships, we've seen these contracts, these agreements. We don't want this shit anymore. This is not valuing me as an individual. And this Leo season is asking us to understand our value. Now, here's the candle. This is the longest, tallest candle I could find. I don't know why I selected it, but it's like, she's long. She's a big one. So we're going to light this together after our meditation. I'm going to let this burn all the way down. But the last thing I want to mention before we get into the energy clearing and the meditation is that on this weekend, or sorry, I think it's the 13th, but on the weekend, Venus will be conjunct. Let me see what date it is here. I have it here. Venus will meet up with the sun. Where is it? On August 13th. So on August 13th, Venus is currently in retrograde. Venus and the sun will align. This creates a Venus star point. Okay, so this is the merging of those energies once again, where 2 planets come together and there's a birth of some kind. So Venus in retrograde will meet up kind of like in the center of the sun. Like, that's why it's called a Venus star point, because Venus will be conjunct the sun, and then she will begin to rise as a morning star. So she goes through this process of like 40 days, 40 nights, this whole retrograde thing, and she's an evening star, and then she kind of like disappears and comes back as a morning star. And like, that bitch is coming back, and she's coming back as a morning star. So like, that is a new beginning. That is her rising to new heights. That is her moving into a new space. What's important about this is that this is happening as a retrograde in the sign of Leo also. Like, Venus is retrograding in Leo in the middle of Leo season during this activation. So it's like all of the energy that's coming up right now is us focusing on our value systems, how we see ourselves. And that is the money that we make, what we believe we deserve, our friendships, our lovers, our boundaries, our self-care, our relaxation, our rest, our recovery time, like how we treat ourselves. It's all of these things. And because Venus, self-love, is in retrograde, reflection and realignment in the sign of Leo, Leo represents the child. Leo represents like literally childlike joy. So if you think of the inner child and your experience as a child and of your earlier relationships, whether it was work, friends, family, love, whatever, but like your childhood experience and your early relationships shaped your understanding of what you believe that you deserve in all of your relationships. So it's like that fucks you up for a long time if you didn't grow up in like a super open, clear, honest communication. Like you didn't get all the support you needed. You didn't get all of the emotional regulation and the learning and like there's so many things that we don't get as children. It doesn't matter how amazing your parents are. Like you have the world, you have bosses, you have school, you have like, there's all these things that just kind of fuck us up. And then we kind of live our whole life unfucking ourselves, which is beautiful because you'll get there. But like this whole thing is also tying back to what we learned in our early relationships and what we learned as children. And now we have an opportunity to rewrite that. So that's going to be you rewriting your self-worth, self-value, and then everything in your life literally stems from this. Your personal relationships, your work, your commitments, your finances. So that's what we're going to do in this workshop. That's a lot of information. You're going to have a recording. You can rewind and watch this again. I would suggest taking some notes. This activation happens today. This will be energy that carries forward. Remember, it's a birth. It's not a one-time thing. So this energy is being birthed right now. So we can use and tap into this energy for time and time to come. Okay, so watch this again anytime if you need to just like click back into like, okay, what am I still rewriting? All right, let's get into our energy cleanse. What time is it? Perfect. We have 25 minutes. So the energy cleanse, and then we'll get into the meditation. Yeah, this is perfect timing. And then we're going to light that candle at the end. All right. So I would suggest getting comfortable. I will give everyone 1 minute. If you want to lay down, grab a pillow, you can stay seated. You do whatever you need to. I'm going to take a sip of water. Just going to light some Palo Santo. Okay, so wherever you are, just bring your attention to your breath. You don't need to change the way you're breathing. Just follow the breath in, noticing your body rise and fall as you exhale. You can take a couple more breaths just to center yourself, letting go of any tension in the body. The first thing we're going to do is just cleanse and clear your energy. So I'm lighting some Palo Santo in this space. We're calling forward our highest vibrational guides and beings of light to support this energy clearing and this manifestation practice. And I want you to just imagine that there's a soft golden light surrounding you and your body. It starts at the top of your head and it just slowly grows, flowing down to the bottom of your feet. There's this golden ball of light that is totally covering you. And now I want you to imagine that there's a gentle breeze that starts blowing through this bubble. And as the breeze blows through the bubble, you can actually see or feel or sense any negative energy just being lifted and blown off of you. Almost like a hair dryer or something's just fanning you down. And as you feel this breeze, I want you to envision all of this negative energy is just being blown off of you. It's detaching from you. It's being carried away. And I want you to visualize this breeze getting stronger, continuing to sweep away any and all negative energy. Maybe it's another person's expectation. Maybe it's just people who are jealous. Maybe it's like the evil eye. Maybe it's people talking shit. Maybe it's just somebody who's trying to, what they think is protect you, but they're projecting onto you all of their fears, all of their anxieties, whatever it is. Just imagine it's being blown off of you as this strong breeze sweeps through your bubble, and it removes all the negativity. It's leaving you feel light and refreshed. And as this breeze begins to clear and it begins to slow down and you come back into your natural state, I want you to imagine that that bubble begins to fill with a beautiful, colorful light. Whatever comes to mind, whatever you visualize, just go with it. And this is just positive, uplifting energy that is bringing you into alignment, added protection. It's inviting life force energy. And now bring your attention back to your breath. And as you inhale, imagine this life force energy, this positive, uplifting energy. Imagine that you're inhaling it and it's filling your whole body on the inside. It's helping heal your body, bring your body into better alignment. I have a huge piece of amethyst here, so I'm going to use this. And I'm going to use some distance energy symbols to also just enhance all of this protective, healing energy. So just continue focusing on the breath and inhaling all of that safe, positive, expansive, healing energy into your body, allowing it to wash away any residual heaviness, any of the remaining negativity is being cleared. And now in this new space where we feel a little bit lighter, I want you to just experience stillness for just a minute. See if anything's changed that you can notice. If you don't notice, don't worry, things are still moving. And I want you to give gratitude to yourself for taking the time to be here. Give gratitude to your guides for supporting you in this work. To God, the universe, for being here and having this crazy human experience. Just take a moment to feel into the gratitude that you carry. And then I want you to give yourself permission to change. And I want you to give yourself permission to tap into the energy of today, to lean deeper into that frequency of the 8, the leadership, the confidence, the spiritual experience manifesting here on the material plane, the finances, the abundance. I want you to give yourself permission to make more available space for that in your life moving forward. Now I'm going to bring over this other crystal that I have. And this one is used to manifest abundance and growth and confidence. I'm going to use distance symbols that are a little bit different from the previous ones. These ones are going to help amplify our intention, our alignment to abundance of health, wealth, and peace and prosperity. So as we tap into the energy of the 8 and we use this crystal to help amplify it, I want you to bring your attention to your solar plexus. This is right behind your belly button. It's yellow in color. It's the energy center of your body. And I want you to just focus on your solar plexus for 1 minute. And how does it feel? Does it feel strong, confident, full of life force energy? Does it feel a little weak, nervous, insecure? Maybe it feels overactive. Maybe there's too much ego. So just breathe into your solar plexus and set the intention to bring it into perfect balance. And just breathe into, send your breath into the solar plexus, which is right by your belly button. Send your breath there with the intention of balancing it out. And just feel into the shift that takes place. Now, this is the energy center of our bodies. So this is where we're going to start our manifestation practice. I want you to envision that there is a small flame that is burning in the center of your solar plexus, in the center of your torso, behind your belly button. This is a safe flame. It cannot hurt you. This is just a new vibration, a new experience, a new chapter, a new life that you are welcoming in to your energetic field. So what we're going to do is just use our emotions to feel into who we are becoming. And as we get to the end of that visualization and feeling the emotion of that version of ourselves, we're going to take all of that energy and we're going to put it into this flame, and the flame is going to get a little bit bigger. So to charge the flame up, what I want you to do is to just start visualizing what you are looking to create for yourself. And this is on a more personal level. So do you want more fun in your life? Do you need healthier habits or more balance? I want you to just see this version of yourself and just visualize yourself actually doing it. If you want to wake up and stretch, if you want to do yoga or practice some other sort of physical activity, I want you to just see yourself doing it now. And as you're visualizing that, feel into the satisfaction of being there and being healthy and vibrant. Feel into the actual emotion of it. I want you to feel relaxed if that's what you're trying to call into your life. If it's more balance, I want you to just feel balance. What does that feel like? And if you could think of, or maybe there's a message that your guides will send to you now, but if there's one thing that you could do every day to take just one step towards this progress, something that fills your cup, something that sparks joy, something that actually creates this version of your reality, what is that one thing that you could do? What is just one idea, suggestion? What is just one thing? And be open to receive that. And as we accept this download and we feel into this energy and this emotion, spend just one last second experiencing it as if it's happening now. You're healthy, you're balanced, you're excited, you're creating the life that you desire. And then I want you to take all of that energy and move it down into the flame in your solar plexus. And I want you to watch that flame grow bigger and stronger. And now the next thing I want you to do is to think about your connection to community. So are there ways that you want to contribute? Are there people that you want to connect with? Is there something you want to create? Is there something you want to give back? Are you looking for new friends, for art, for expression, for just fun? Like, what is it that you're looking to get from community moving forward? What is it that you're looking to contribute to community moving forward? Maybe you want to donate your time, or you want to volunteer. Maybe you want to lead something or put yourself out there. Maybe you want to create, you want to dance, you want to express yourself. I want you to see yourself doing this, even if it's just one thing. It can be multiple things, but see yourself doing it. And then I want you to actually feel the energy of you in it as if it's real and you're experiencing it, and you feel so fucking excited that you can connect with good people and you can collaborate and express yourself and that you can contribute. And I want you to feel all of that emotion and let all of that energy move through your body. And then I want you to move all of that energy down into your solar plexus and feed it into that flame as you watch that flame just grow a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger. And now the last thing I want you to do while we're in this space is to think about your money, your finances, your abundance, your freedom. And maybe it's not all about making a lot of money. Maybe it's just about free time, more time to relax. Maybe you just need to make sure that you can pay your bills and live comfortably, but you want to be financially secure so you can experience more freedom. So what does that look like? Is that budgeting your time, your energy, your money in new ways? Do you need to save more? Are there certain obligations or commitments you want to release? Is there something you want to initiate? A collaboration, a new business? Is there a promotion or a new job that you're chasing after? It's like, what do you need to feel abundant? What do you need to feel financially secure? And I want you to see yourself experiencing that. I want you to actually feel into the abundance. Let's rewrite this programming and expand the consciousness into deeper alignment with abundance, with our birthright. Feel into having everything that you need. Feel into having more and being able to share and contribute and donate. Feel the emotions of receiving it with ease. Feel the emotions of releasing it and handing it out with ease because you trust that more is coming. And you know that more is coming. You know that more is already here and you're just tapping into abundance. There is so much fucking money available. It's like there is so much support. There is so many resources. Everything is there. We just need to get out of our own way. We need to think outside of the box. So let's just lean into your birthright. Like, God wants you to have abundance. Feel into that flow. And accept that it's yours. Accept that you have a right to it. And then pull that into your field and push all of that energy down into the flame and allow that flame to grow bigger and stronger. Now, what I want you to do is to just let this flame continue to grow. It's safe. You're not going to get hurt. You're not going to get burnt by it, but let it just grow until it's bigger than you, until you are inside of it. And all of this fire, all of this energy is just waiting for you to manifest it. This is your own energy. This is your own increase in frequency, in vibration. So what we're going to do is inhale this into our subconscious mind. We're going to actually align this with our energetic being. And to do that, I'm going to count you in to an inhale. As we're inhaling, I want you to visualize that that flame that is burning around you, this big, beautiful ball of energy. When you inhale, you're going to watch it completely suck into your mouth. The whole thing is going to come into your mouth. It's going to come up into the body. It's going to go into the subconscious mind, and it's going to be locked in place. So as we inhale, we're going to bring it into the body and up through the back of the head into the subconscious mind as we lock it in place. So let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. As we align with this new version of ourselves, and then we can exhale, releasing any doubt, releasing any blocks. And now this new story that you've just created on a vibrational level, this new story that you are writing, I want you to one last time give yourself permission to receive it and open yourself up to it. Give yourself permission to let go of anything that stands in the way of it. And ask for the trust, ask for the confidence in knowing whatever you are releasing over the coming weeks and the coming months will be replaced with a higher vibrational match that will lead you deeper into this story. Allow this activation of this number 8 to enhance your wisdom and strength and confidence, your access to abundance. And we're going to take one last inhale to align with it. So let's just inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And we release, 2, 3, and 4. And now taking a minute to come back into this space, maybe noticing if there's any changes in your breath, in your body. You can bring some gentle movement back into the body. You can open your eyes and come back into this space. And we are going to light a candle now together. Literally took some pain away. I love that. Yeah, that's great. This was the one crystal that I was using to activate the opportunity and the strength and all that sort of leadership stuff. This is for, I cannot for the life of me remember the name of this. It's Fool's Gold. It is pyrite. Yes, thank you. Pyrite. So yeah, this is a piece of pyrite. If you have pyrite, pyrite is great for abundance and strength and opportunity. This is just a great piece that I found. And then the other one that I was using was amethyst, of course. So this is what we use to do the cleanse and the clearing. And then the other one is what we did the activation with. So what we're going to do now is I'll take a minute to just come back into the space. What you're going to do is look at this candle. Okay. We're going to take a minute to just think about, and you don't need to remember every fucking detail. Like, don't get stressed. This is not supposed to be a stressful experience. Like, you're just going to feel into those emotions. You're going to feel into what we were just visualizing. You don't need to go into a whole meditation about it, but just like tap into that awareness of everything we just locked into the subconscious, everything we just invited into our energy field, everything we just communicated to the universe that we are fucking ready for this stuff. You know what I mean? So feel into that energy. As you're feeling into that energy, this candle is for you. I'm going to put this on my altar. I'm going to do some energy work to amplify this. I want you to just imagine that you can reach into your energetic body and you can pull out a little piece of that fire. So just imagine that a little piece of the gold flame comes out, and I want you to just put it into this candle. Oh, I can feel that on my body already. Oh my God. I can literally feel everybody do that. That's funny. So yeah, we're going to pull it out and we're going to put it into this candle. Okay. So just put it in there. Take a minute. Put it in. We're going to ask that our intentions in this candle are lifted, communicated to the universe, to God, that we are ready and willing to accept these things into our life. Sorry, somebody's asking me if I can repeat that. You don't have to light your own candle. If you have your own candle and you want to, you can totally do that. We're going to do this collective candle that will stay on my altar. And what I want from you is to just reach into that part of yourself and just pull out a little bit of that flame and place it into this candle. We're setting the intention that our intention will be lifted to the universe and brought back to us. But what I also want us to do is to set the intention that everyone else here will also receive what they are intending to receive. Okay, this is always in alignment with the highest good. This is like only a safe practice. So if there are like ill intentions in the space, there's just filtered system type things that like you're not going to amplify anything bad is my point. It's not going to happen here. I'm not going to like activate anything like that. This is not dark magic. So like there is a filter here. So don't try anything fucking weird. But like what we do want to do is also set the intention, because think about it. If everyone on here, there's 550 people, like if 550 people are going to say, I want this to happen for everyone. Like we all say that for each other, that amplifies it by 500. You know what I mean? So like, this is great. Plus we all have a couple guides. So let's say we all have 2 or 3 guides here. Now we're amplifying it by 1,500. Like there's a lot of energy that goes into it. So this is why I like doing group meditations. So set the intention that all of us are going to get what we deserve. All of us are going to get what we desire. And it's in alignment with the highest good. I invite in all of that for you. I ask that you all invite in all of that for everyone else on this call, and we are going to spark that now. So let's go for it. So we activate. Oh, that is a big ass flame. Ooh, chop. Oh, that's a big tall flame. Look at that bitch burn. That I'm not kidding. Like, okay, now she's going back down a little bit. That was a good 3 inches. Like, I'm not kidding. That was tall. Like, maybe it didn't look big on camera, but like that is not small. Okay, so that's that really. I'm going to lift this and place it on my altar. I will sit with this again tonight. I'm going to let it burn all the way down because that's also important. And yeah, I guess that's really it. I will send you this recording. You can watch this anytime. You can do the meditation anytime. You can also, after this, set up your own little candle ceremony and light your own candle. Yeah, I guess that is it, folks. I'm going to also ask my team to put the Venus retrograde cord cutting workshop on 50% off. So I think it'll be $11 now. So if you haven't done that, do it, because that sort of like release mixed with this level of activation is a really nice sort of yin yang. Like, you can't really invite in without letting go. You know what I mean? So if you don't, if you don't have any interest in doing that, then don't do it, but definitely do the full moon workshop then, because that one's shorter and it does the same thing. But the point is, like, we need to clear if we're bringing things in. Okay. We also are moving into retrograde season. So get ready. Mercury, I believe, is in pre-shadow, or very soon will be. We've got, I think, 6 or 7 planets that'll be retrograde all through like August into September sort of thing. There's an overlap there. So I will do probably just like an energy session where we come together and I just like clear people's energy, because it's going to be a bit of a turbulent time. So just like buckle up, but like, you'll be fine. It's like everything's always happening for your highest and best. And just keep in mind that like when we do these things, you can't start freaking out when like all of a sudden like that person doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Like this random guy like ghosts you, or all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I actually don't like these friends. Like, I don't want to be here. And then like your job, they're like, sorry, we're actually going to like, we're letting a bunch of people go. So you need to find a new job in 60 days. It's like, those are good things. That's the universe being like, I heard you. I'm clearing out all of this shit that is not like doing you any justice. Like, I'm going to bring you better things, but you can't have 2 full-time jobs at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like, if things start to get shaky, trust it, tune into yourself, do these practices, like, yeah, just tap into the resources that we've got. Like, we'll be able to carry each other through this. But a lot of people like say that they want change, and then the universe brings them change and they fucking freak out, and then they hold on tighter to everything. And then they cause like a total dissonance between like, wait, what the fuck do you want? Like, now we're getting mixed signals. So it's like, let it go with grace. You will be taken care of. I'm here. We're all here. Like, and if you guys want to spend a second just dropping in like your emails or your Instagrams or something, so some of you can connect with each other, I would suggest dropping that into the chat now. It's public, obviously. But yeah, like, yeah, there's already like 10 Instagram handles in there. Like, if you've never seen at Nina Ajdin, then fucking add her. Because like, send her a DM. She's probably happy to talk about like the weird full moon. You know, it's like, there's a bunch of people. We got Lindsay, Katie, Victoria. Oh, there's a lot of people going on here. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait for this. When we relaunch our website, oh my God, you guys are all really dropping your handles in there. I love that. Oh, they're still coming strong. Okay. I'll leave this up then. I'm gonna let the interpreter go. Because we're about 10 minutes over. I'm going to leave the chat open so that you guys can meet some people, because there's a lot of people who are looking to meet people here. And soon we will, we're relaunching my website at the end of September, when we open our like healing space. I have like this beautiful, beautiful tea lounge, healing space, salt cave, meditation studio, like treatment room. We're doing readings, live workshops. Like, it's huge. It's like 3,000 square feet. It's fucking beautiful in Lisbon. So that's opening in the fall. And my point is, we're going to actually create an online community where people can all get together on like a chat style thing through my website. So we'll start promoting that when it's ready, but I clearly see that there's a need for community to support each other through all this stuff. So just so you guys know, that is something that we're currently designing. And yeah. All right. Okay. I will let the interpreter go for real this time. Ciao, you can disconnect. I will sign a little bit if I want to continue chatting. And bye, Amanda. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording also.